Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anca and I do art and illustration related videos and sometimes tattoo related videos. So if you're into that, make sure you subscribe and check out the other videos on my channel. So in today's video, I will share with you how you can become a tattoo artist in less than a year without any prior experience. I will share with you the steps you need to take from my personal experience and I will share with you some tips and tricks that I have found along the way. If you're interested in this subject, then keep watching. So basically, you've been considering becoming a tattoo artist and don't know where to start. Well, the first step would be to start drawing. You need to know how to draw, or at least be confident in holding a pencil and doing some sketches. For me, this wasn't an issue. I have been an illustrator for all my life, basically, but a professional illustrator for 10 years before doing this. Yeah, it wasn't an issue. So I had a portfolio of works if I had to show a shop, and this was really helpful for me, and I will explain why further along the video. So the next step would be to start doing some research. If you don't know anything about tattooing, then I would recommend you start watching some YouTube videos. I would recommend you start doing an online course for tattoo beginners regarding equipment, everything you need to know and buy, how tattoos work, which machines you should purchase and which are recommended. There's a lot of knowledge out there, fortunately. And one channel that really helped me was Tattooing 101. I will leave a link to their channel in the description box, but they do have a lot of videos about getting into the industry and buying equipment and what works and what not. So yeah, I will leave a link to them somewhere in the description. After doing some research, personally, I decided it was time to buy some equipment and start practicing at home. So that was my next step towards this journey. And I bought like a beginner equipment set, which included the machine and ink caps and all sorts of stuff for cleaning. You can definitely buy some on Amazon, but I would recommend you buy not the cheapest machine you can find out there, because it definitely won't help you as a beginner. I do have a video all about the equipment I bought in the beginning of my tattoo journey. I will leave that somewhere on the screen. After that, I started practicing at home. You will need some fake skins. The fake skins I use are from Real Skins. They are the best out there that I could find. They are really thick, so you can practice your needle depth. They are easy to clean and you can work on both sides. So they are a bit on the expensive side, but I would recommend you get good fake skins at the beginning, because if you are struggling with your fake skin, if it's not good quality, if it's too thin, then you will have issues. My journey started somewhere in August of 2022. That's when I decided, and until October or November 2022, I practiced at home whenever I got the chance and whenever I could. Now, mind you, I did have a full-time job during this period, so it was difficult for me to find the time, but I did anyways. After practicing for a while, my next step would have been to get into a tattoo shop. So I reached out to the girl who did my tattoos, most of them, and I asked her if she would be willing to teach me how to tattoo, basically, if she was giving courses for beginners. And she kind of knew about my illustration background, and she was very willing to help me out with this. So she just said, come in the shop whenever you have the time, and I will try to explain to you while I work, and if you have any questions, just ask me. So I did this from around October until December, I think. So it was about 2 months that I went to the tattoo shop almost every week for about 4 to 5 times a week. My next step was to ask her when I could tattoo on real people, because during this time I would still practice on fake skin and I would learn from her tattoo techniques and anything I could. So she said that I can bring some friends if they are willing to be tattooed by me, and I could start like next week. So I asked around, and a friend was willing to be my first tattoo canvas. So the first tattoo I did was a monstera leaf. You've probably seen it if you've been watching my tattoo journey. The tattoo took about 3 hours. It was very nerve-wracking. Fake skin is very different from real skin, and yeah, it was quite a learning curve and much harder than I anticipated. But even though the tattoo isn't perfect, I still like it, And from then on, I started asking friends around, do you want a tattoo? It's for free. Hey, you want to come to the shop? And I had a bunch of friends that were willing to get tattooed by me. Now, they were willing to get tattooed by me because they knew of my illustration portfolio and they kind of had a blind trust in me that I would know what I would be doing, but tattooing is very different from drawing. So this is why I said that having a drawing background and having an online portfolio of your works is pretty important because people will trust you more. So I started tattooing a bunch of friends and I started slowly building up a portfolio. And I started posting on social media. So that's another important step. Start posting your works. Once they get good, don't post any work you do because you will have some shitty tattoos in the beginning. And just get the word out there. So from then on, I kind of asked the tattoo shop owner if she would be willing to hire me once I got more experience, and she said yes, of course, but you still need to learn. So I practiced on real skin from about December until the summer of 2023, and that is when I decided to quit my full-time job. I had an office job in interior design decorations, and in August I quit that full-time job and I decided to go full-time tattooing. Now, before I quit my job, I did get my tattoo license. It was a 5-day course where you learn about bloodborne pathogens and hygienic rules and everything you need to know in order to work sanitary. So I don't know how it is in the US, but here in Romania it's pretty easy to get a tattoo license. You kind of just have to pay and you will do a course and that's it. And also during this period I got a better machine. I did some tattoos on myself, which I highly recommend you do. It's the best way to learn about needle depth and about techniques without fucking someone over. In August I quit my job and then I started tattooing full-time. I would still consider myself a beginner, but I was lucky enough to get into a tattoo shop which was very kind. And they were willing to teach me stuff and they offered me the space and they offered me supplies when I didn't have them. So my experience was very positive. I know some apprenticeships in the US are very hard. That was not the case for me, fortunately, but if you find yourself in a tattoo shop that doesn't work for you, then just try and get another apprenticeship. So yeah, now I am a full-time tattoo artist from August 2023 until the present moment. I'm still working on building up my clientele. I'm working on posting on social media as often as I can. It's quite difficult in the beginning to get clients, but slowly I'm building up to a client base, and I have to say it's the most fulfilling job I have ever had. I would not go back to an office job. While tattooing is very draining physically and mentally, it's so satisfying that it's worth it. So if you're considering getting into that tattoo business, keep in mind that you will have to make a lot of sacrifices, a lot of worked hours when you will not get paid. You will have to invest in equipment, which is not very cheap. So be prepared with some saved money and a lot of patience, I would say, and a lot of dedication, and don't give up. It took me from the summer of 2022 until the summer of 2023. I would say it was less than a year until I made this transition, and I'm pretty impressed that I managed to do so. And if I can do it, you can definitely do it. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions regarding the tattoo journey, leave them down in the comment section. And yeah, good luck on your tattoo journey, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.